Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Well, why is America
Not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose.
If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey, and with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom?
Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain,
Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl,
just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day,
there's some things you should know, and one of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men, men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
It's Tim Tom, back with some more politics. The video you just saw right there talks about how some people feel about America. Kind of how a lot of people feel about America. There's a notion that this country is not great or this country is not good. And I guess, things have, changed over the years a little bit. I think it's hard to become great in the first place, and it's even harder to stay there. And I hear this talk a lot. I talk to a lot of people, and they'll say things like, America's really good for making money. And I agree with that. America's real good for, making money and working. You can, earn a high income here. But then they want to say, America, is racist, and America is all about the rich and things like that you hear too. And the healthcare, of course. And I look at it like this. There's no perfect place. Every place is going to have, their issues and history. But I strongly believe that If someone asked me, give up that blue passport, my American passport, well, what country would I give it up for? I mean, that's a tough question. That's a real tough question. Because I look at it this way. If I'll give you I guess an example. If a job is so bad, let's say a job is so bad, they don't pay you enough, and they work you too much, whatever. If the job is so bad, eventually you would leave, or find a way to leave, or find something better that treats you better and gives you better hours and whatever. Same thing with this country. If this country is so bad and has all these issues, as you saw in the video, then wouldn't more people be trying to leave this country and go somewhere where it's better? So with that being said, if the country was like the guy said, all these issues, and we're fifth here and fourth here, then people would be going wherever that has that universal health care, or going wherever that doesn't have the problem we have, that first in education. So it's like people want to criticize, they want to bash their country. People love to complain. They love to complain, but then when you ask them what's the answer, solution, they don't have any answers or solution. It's just like they just want to complain. They just want to talk about how bad something is, but have no answers or no explanations or no way of fixing anything. And that's kind of how that video was. He just wanted to say how every country has freedom, every country has this and that. And if all things were even, then wouldn't people go to all these other countries and not want to come here? I think there's a reason why people come here. I think here you can actually come here with $1 and start a business and become very, very successful, just because we have a lot of laws and we help people, and immigrants don't have to pay taxes for 7 years. There's a lot of different things we do to help get them on their feet. And I think this place has a lot to offer. I don't think it's perfect. I do think we have a history and it's not so beautiful, but I mean, I have a decent job and decent health care, and I'm pretty happy. And I don't think we need this radical change people always talk about. A lot of it, I think, comes down to the individual person, individual choices. I think a lot of it comes down to your choices and things you decide for yourself, and making the right choice and doing the right thing. And not so much on the government and everything else. A couple of my jobs, they always talk about controlling what you can control. And I think that's very important. Controlling what you can control. And there's a lot you can control here, as in work, where you live, and things like that. And I think if you focus more on that, I think you'd be better off, as opposed to being angry and having all this negative energy and mad about the past that you really can't change. Well, that's all I have to say here. What's your opinion on this? Do you think this country is bad, or do you still think it's great, or do you think it's good, or do you think it's average? What do you think? Let me know. Thanks for watching.